All right. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the first episode. Will my man get over here? You know what I'm saying? This is episode number one. All right. Depro, Repro. Straight up. Depro and Repro. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a foe, tell everybody you know that it's Depro, Repro. And we about to kick it on the so and so. So now that you know, my man Vision is here and we ready to go. I am Graybeard, the algorithm, straight up,
I am the visionary vision.
straight up. And we about to kick off this broadcast about deprogramming and reprogramming, all right? So, just so y'all know who it is, just what it is. And I'm so excited, man. I've been having a great morning. I hope everybody out there is having a great morning, a great day, night, or whenever you see this. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're doing good. You know, how you doing today, bro?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great, man. I can't wait for tomorrow,
Oh
Gravy.
yeah, I know he can't wait. He already out of here. I know
As you
that's
can
right.
see already, bro, I'm
I know you
I'm
got the
almost out
shirt.
of here.
You got the shirt, dog. That's what I'm saying. I already know where your mind at, dog. You, hey, dog, coconuts and palm trees, and blue seas, and all that. So I could tell though. But yeah, I've been kicking this, thinking about this podcast for a while. Well, thinking about the concept for a while, and uh, you can grow this great beard, man. You learn a few things over a lifetime, and this is from my observations. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you got experiences from your observation in life. You know what I'm saying? That might be able to help people. And basically, this is just what we want to do. We want to come through and maybe give you something to think about. Maybe give you something to help you along your way. You know what I'm saying? Help you travel through this universe, through this timeline, through this lifetime, and all that good stuff. And the uh the topic of the podcast itself, the show itself, is Depro and Repro. And what it is we gotta deprogram, because everything that we've been subject to, that we learned over these years and stuff, it's been a program. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily been a good thing. You know what I'm saying? A
Yep.
lot of people find themselves in different situations and maybe hard times or whatever, and maybe they not sure what they going through or sure of they self or confused about what's going on. It's because this program that everybody's been subject to. And I know that you got to deprogram that so that we can reprogram. We can reprogram it with something good. And that's what we plan to do. What you think about that, bro?
Man, that sounds real interesting. And this is a real life situation, though. It's not something that we should just joke with. It's something that been happening for years.
Yes.
Years. We've been programmed for years to believe some stuff that real life is not to be believed. So it's time for us to deprogram our mind, deprogram our brain, the way we do things. It's time for us to look at it and see if that's the right way. If it don't work too much, man, it's time to deprogram.
There you go. There you go. And that's it too. That's real. And it's weird how, over the years, you go through certain situations, you go through things, and like I just pick up certain things. Like I was watching the tube, which a lot of us do. We scroll and all that other stuff, and it was this show talking about Gilligan's Island, man. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
and it was a popular show back in the day. A lot of y'all youngsters, none of y'all probably ain't even hip to all that. You know what I'm saying? But it was a show about these people. They went out on a boat, man. They partying, kicking it, having a good time and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Then the storm came through, man. Swept their ass up, put them them somewhere on an island. They didn't know where they was, man.
Mm.
The boat got a big ass hole in it. You know what I'm saying? They can't use the boat no more. So every week, every episode, they trying to figure out how to get off this island. They coming up with all kind of ideas, coconut boats and all kind of stuff, just whatever they could think of, man. Put message in a bottle in the coconut or whatever. I don't know. It's just all kind of different ways to try to get off this island, and they failed every time. Couldn't do it, man. Very popular show. And I remember the director. They was talking about the director of the show, and he was saying how, like, I don't know if it's NSA or FBI, whoever it was back in them days, came to his show with a big old box with thousands of letters, man, thousands of letters from the
Wow.
people who was watching this show, asking him, "Why are you not trying to save these people from the island?" And they were serious.
Real letter
Real letters, real people
for a fake TV show.
for a fake TV show. And it just made me think, like, man, you know, what we see and what we perceive, what I'm saying? They know that they can program people with
Mhm.
the programming, whatever TV programming, radio programming, or whatever. They could put these images in your mind to make you think certain stuff is real. I think that's why, advertising is a big thing. Hey, they people see and they want it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, and we got to be real careful with these things because those things were tested years back and it worked, and since then they just continue pushing it in all different form and faction.
Yes.
To program your mind to believe some things that is not real, and then as
Right.
for us, we the consumer. So when we see those things, we take them, put them in our personal life, and just run with it. Like
Yeah.
oh, like what you said about the TV show. I can believe it that over 1,000 people will watch the show and can't believe this is a movie. This is
Right.
just a TV show.
They think it's real.
How will it be real? Who was there to record this stuff? On you understand? So
Right.
people don't look at it that way because the brain was programmed to believe everything they see
Right.
on the TV, and it was programmed by the same people who showing it to them on the TV.
Right.
And I believe it's time for us to depro.
It
So it was a
is.
good thing for you to bring up the idea on deprogramming and
Yes.
reprogramming.
Because I think I translated into, like, the shows now. You see, you got shows as violence, sex, drugs. Like they say, sex, drugs, rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Bam, all that.
Hmm.
And when you young, you party and have a good time or whatever, you think that's the way to go, but you're not knowing that you're being deprogrammed against your natural self.
Yeah,
The natural human being is way more better than that. You know what I'm saying?
that's
It's
true.
it's keeping you on a low vibration so that you're not on a high vibration no more, to where certain things happen to you.
Yeah.
It's in the music and stuff. Like I said, man, old boy used to have. I used to love to listen to MC8, man, back in the day.
Hmm.
MC8, music to drive by. You know what I'm saying? Music to drive by, dog.
Music to drive
Hey,
by.
and they'll be like, "Hey, man, it's just an artistic thing. It just don't mean nothing. It's just art." Well, no, it's not just
So
art,
that's
because
programming your entire
everything
brain.
goes in your brain. It goes in there. It's subconsciously in there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And you wonder why maybe, uh, you might behave a certain way. Or I remember back in the day, like, a B is a B. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Ice Cube and all them NWA and shit, and F a B and all that other stuff, man. It's subconsciously there.
Yep.
So you wonder why you treat women a certain way. You listen to the music, you know what I'm saying, and it comes. But anyway, people know this. You see what I'm saying? People know that, and they use that to get paid off of your misery. You know?
Yeah, like the music game is one of the game that really destroying people every day. But
Yes.
I don't think we have taken the time to look into that. A lot of all love the beat, the algorithm. We potting, we kicking it.
Yeah.
That's it. As long we happy, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But we don't understand that those things come with consequence. Like for
Yes.
every music you listen to, that stuff go to to your soul. It work in you. You digest it. You live it because
Yeah.
that's what you hear all the time.
Right.
So the music game is one of the game that came into place to program us in a whole different faction.
Right.
A whole different way of thinking. Like young folks, those are the people very easy to get distracted by music. They don't care about what the person's saying, how much impact it have on them.
Right.
All they want to know are getting it down to the beat,
Yeah.
I'm blasting it
They
in my
feeling good.
car
They
and what I'm
party.
feeling good,
Yeah.
And those things come with consequence,
Right.
It come you listen to them every day and you start to act like them. You start to act according to the
Exactly.
music,
Yeah.
You start going around disrespecting women, trying to rob people, all comes from those music,
Right.
So I think we have to start looking at our playlist,
Right.
We
Right.
have
We
to
do
start
have to. You do have to check your play. I always ask people, man, hey, what your playlist look like? People like, oh, I got this and that. I'm gonna tell you, if your life is chaos, I guarantee you, your playlist is probably chaos too.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
hmm
It's a correlation between I like hey, young ladies, hey, you see these girls out here, oh, guys ain't cry, guys ain't this, they ain't that, you know what I'm saying? They dogs and blah, 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 and all this stuff. What your playlist look like?
Yeah.
If you listening to a whole bunch of music, maybe, the Reds of the world, all these other chicks, spin that, spin that, spin that, all that stuff that's going on now, your life is gonna be like,
Yeah.
that's, you know what I'm saying? It's manifesting itself. We have the power to manifest our reality. You, as you are in here, is what is gonna be out there.
That's
And
true.
so what you putting in there, you create for yourself what it is out there. You doing that. It ain't nobody else doing that. People want to blame other people. Oh, well, so and so did this and so do that. Can't nobody do nothing to you that you don't let them do. And
That's true.
see, even with this music, this programming, you listening to it, you welcome in this type of vibration into your life. Now it's putting it out. It's manifesting itself in your life. You want to change out there, change something in here. I guarantee you, it's math. 1 plus 1 equals 2 every time. Guaranteed. And guess what?
hmm
1 plus 3 will equal 4. The answer would be different. If you change a variable in your life, you know what I'm saying? It will change your life. Just change one thing. Start with one thing. You know what I'm saying? Just try it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, like I've been listening to like high vibration music is what I call it. It's rappers out there, you know what I'm saying? They got high vibration music
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
they rap about, Merkaba, that Merkaba, all kind of stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And protecting your energy and just being on a high vibration. If you listen to it goes into your subconscious and you start to vibrate different. But if you out here rocking to all this murder music, chaos, man, you like, hey, I'm gonna tell you, look, this how cold they are. That popular ass song, what was it, Kendrick and them? We say, no fuck me, no fuck you. Like, nah, dog, like you putting that out there in the world, like, okay, so people want to fuck, so you fuck them, fuck me, no fuck you. No, man, that's low vibration, but they put it out there across the nation
hmm
for everybody to listen to and
hmm
take it into their subconscious and keep everybody on the low vibration, where you got this pain and suffering, people, families breaking up. You know what I'm saying? People going through domestic violence situations and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
And
just
those
crazy.
things and those things start affecting some innocent parents. Like we all now have kids, and
Yeah.
most of our kids have electronic devices, on the
Yes.
iPad, the phone, the computer, and whatever. And if this kid is trying to watch something on his computer or his phone, tablet, whatever it is, he come across this music like "fuck you," "fuck them," and
Yeah.
whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
Now he thinks it's okay,
Yeah.
to say that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was watching a video the other day, and this kid um heard something about Viagra. You
Okay.
understand? So now he went to his dad like, "What is Viagra?"
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like, so his dad caught off guard like, "What am I gonna tell him?"
Yeah.
Like, okay, Viagra is for idle pills and other stuff. He said, but what do you do? You know, they want to go in details, you know. But those are things that on the TV for everybody to see.
Yeah,
It's on the internet for everybody to see.
yeah,
But now this young kid getting introduced to something that he shouldn't even be introduced to
yeah.
at an
The
early age.
youngsters, you ain't gotta trip on nothing like that. Don't
You
worry
know,
about it. Your natural self will take care of that.
you know.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's
But those are things that are going out because you will see some things on Facebook or whatever. You see some things out there. Like people will sit down, like you and I discussing the whole thing, like how I like this other and to F me and do this stuff. It's out there in the public. You know, these things were there. These things came to being to play on our mind. When we listen to them, we think it's just okay. We can do it.
yeah,
But I'm not looking at the grown folks. Grown folks, you know, we can make decisions for ourselves. But why about the young generation are coming up?
yeah.
You know,
They go after the young generation
that's why
because their energy is pure.
it's pure. So when you mess the energy up, that energy be messed up from the young, the middle, all the way in the old.
Yeah,
You know. So it's something that we have to look into. If we really want to change things, we have to start changing what in us.
right,
You know, if we change what in us, that will reflect out of us. You know, so we can just play some mess up music and expect us to be changed.
right.
Mess up music was meant to mess you up.
It's meant to mess you up.
You
That
know,
messed up music is meant to mess
to
you up.
mess you up.
Remember that. Hey, that's real.
So we have to
Hold
set
on,
up.
hold on, wait. Yeah, give them applause for that. Yeah, yeah, hey, I like that.
Yeah, mess up music was meant to mess you
It's meant
up.
to mess you up.
So we have to be real careful of what we do, you know, most especially with the internet. The internet could either benefit you positive way or affect you negative way, you know.
Right.
So open your mind, man. Open your mind. Don't just be available for crap, you know. The internet out there, huh, bro, it was meant to play on your mind. But if you smart, you can learn a lot of positive things about it.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
I
tool.
like I was watching somebody podcast. I'm not gonna call the name or other stuff. And their podcast, they were talking about like trying to downgrade women. We understand everybody made mistakes. Nobody
Yeah,
perfect,
heck
you
yeah.
know.
Oh, I
Everybody made
made
mistakes.
many of them.
Great. But if you get
A
the
whole bunch.
podcast and just focus on bringing women down, like women ain't nothing, but they want a high value man, so now it put me into the position like, what is a high value man? You know, what is a high value man?
Yeah,
You make over 6 figure and you 6 feet tall or whatever. Did that make you a high value man? No, high value man is someone who uh help the society in a positive way.
right,
How
right,
many
right.
young kids you helping to know the truth?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
many young kids you putting them on the right path? You know, you
Hmm.
got in your very community that you say you have value, you got a crime rate so high, but
Yeah,
you have value.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
because you got over $100,000 a year. I don't consider that to be high value.
right.
So you can use that to degrade women, you know. So and most of those people who doing those things, most of the people who doing those things, I strongly believe they already mess up in the brain. They mess up in the personal life, so they're coming out with the negative energy to just destroy everybody else,
Hey,
you know.
look, some people stay programmed their whole
Their
life.
whole life, yeah, that's true. Some
See,
people still
they
program their
never
whole life.
able to deprogram and then reprogram. You see?
And it's terrible because if you can deprogram, you're gonna mess everybody up along your way. Anybody you come across, you
Yeah.
know, like if you're not smart enough to deprogram, and I meet you, Graybeard,
Hmm.
I want to influence you with my negative energy,
Exactly.
you know. And then if you crazy enough, you will follow me with that negative energy,
Exactly.
you know, until you can get to the point like, now I think it's time to deprogram. I don't
Now,
think
hold on,
what
wait.
this guy
On
telling
that
me.
point, that's a good point, and it brings me to one of my philosophies. Now, look here. I'm not some great scientist, or I ain't got degrees on the wall and all this and that. Just life will teach you things if you observe it and you're able to perceive it. People are like numbers.
Mhm.
Okay, people are like numbers. Now, let's say a person with high character is, pretty upbeat and positive, let's put their positivity and character at a number 8.
Sure.
Okay. And let's say you got another person that, they're kind of negative, man. They're, let's say, real negative person, like real, man, they just, character, they don't give a damn. They lie, steal, cheat, and steal, all that crazy stuff. on a level -9.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, mathematics and life is kind of just mathematics. If you put these two people together for a while, they hang around each other. The -9 will overtake that +8. Even though that's a
Yeah.
high number,
Yeah.
that negative is even more because if you add 8 plus -9, you end up with
You.
-1.
That's true. That's
See,
perfect thing.
so you had to the people that you come in contact with, you kind of just look, man, what kind of character or what kind of level of positivity or negativity is this person at?
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have to know yourself, like
Mm-hmm.
where am I at?
Yep.
Am I a real positive person all the time, or man, or do I get discouraged easy? So
Yep.
you got to kind of know where your level is, and know when you get with other people, one is going to affect the other.
Man, Kyle, you said it, bro. You deserve something, bro.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's real, and every person can use that.
That's true, so we have to be careful who we bring into our cycle, what we learn from people, what we learn from the internet, and what are out there that claim to be beneficiary to us. We have to be careful of all of those things that we take into our personal life. Because if you mess up, I remember back in the days when I was in school
Hmm.
and I was very playful in school,
Hmm.
real playful. But I was lovable by most of the teacher and other stuff.
Hmm.
So one of them called me and said, "Hey man, listen, when someone not gonna make it to the next class, if that guy gonna fail in that class,
Hmm.
he not gonna fail alone. He
Oh,
wanna drag other people with him
that is true.
to fail. So
That's
be
very true.
careful of what you do or what you say." And that stuff stuck with me for years.
Yeah,
I was like, this guy must be right. I had to change my friend cycle.
yeah,
I had to know what to say. I had
right.
to know how to go to school, how to prepare myself because I was about to fail.
Yeah,
And he was telling me, you about to fail, not because you're not smart, but because of who you hanging out with, what you're doing, how you saying things, that's dragging you down. And look at your cycle. Everybody who doing the same thing, they're not moving. And it stuck with me, Billy.
mm,
Up to today's date, I still think on it like this guy, this is smart dog.
yeah,
He's trying to help me. So I had to change that friend group. I had to change the way I was thinking. I had to change the way I was doing things. And that's how I was able to get out of that situation.
right.
Even real life. I will hang out with you a few times. It's not just because I want to hang out with you, but I'm telling you to.
Hmm.
I want to
Right.
see what you're doing, how you making it in your own life, and what's up, how you handling other people around you. If stuff like that don't click with me, yeah, we don't have too far to go there. We don't have too far to go.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Right, right.
so in before I can come out to tell people like, hey, it's time to Depro. That's something that I have tried in my own life, and
Yes.
I know it worked.
It worked.
It
It
worked.
worked, man. I
You
mean,
know,
once you recognize it, you see how they program us to everything is negative.
everything.
You know what I'm saying? And now it's just so crazy. Like, like I said, the music, the videos, the shows. Now, you got this phone in your hand. You got this timeline. Look at your timeline. It's all kind of negative stuff. People fighting each
Mhm,
other. People
mhm,
getting busted, cheating. People, just shooting and stuff, and
mhm,
just robbing each other. And
mhm,
just all
mhm.
this crazy madness. People mad about the black woman ain't this. I gotta go be a border bro and just to find a black, which is crazy. If you one of them dudes, dog, you out your rabbit mind. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in the world. But hey, and
Yeah.
then you got black women, all black men ain't this. They dogs, they blah, they this, that. When you say these things, you putting it out there. You creating your You creating your reality. That's the power people. They look. They took the power from us to get us believe into something outside of us.
Mhm.
But really, we have everything in us that we need to succeed and get along in this world. But
Sure.
as long as you put that belief or whatever it is in something outside of you, then you can't utilize the power you have in yourself. If you decide to use that power, I guarantee you it it it's math, man. It's changing something on the equation to where your answer will be different.
Yeah.
It's foolproof. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Like what you just said about the border bro.
Yeah,
The bros who go across
yeah,
the border look
yeah.
for different women and other stuff because they have been programmed that black women ain't shit, black women this, black women that.
Craziest thing I ever
But
heard in my
things,
life.
some things I want to say about that. If you want to go across the border or overseas for another woman, that's fine. That's your
Yeah,
choice.
yeah.
But don't go with the intention like all women are bad in America.
Right.
Maybe you just met the bad one.
Exactly.
Or maybe they're not even bad. Maybe it's you.
Exactly.
Maybe you need to change something in you that will reflect out to help the woman you're going to meet.
Man, dog, you just
You
said it.
understand?
Cause look, hey, this is a real thing. People don't understand. They be like, man, I always run into the same type of guy, or guys, man, I always meet the same type of chick. It's because your frequency
Mhm.
inside is set to you set to a certain frequency.
Yeah,
So you gonna attract what's on that frequency.
that's
You see what I'm
100%
saying?
true.
If you change the frequency inside yourself, just change something. Just do something different. Just change
Change something
something
and see the
and
outcome.
see the outcome.
You
You
know,
will meet, you will attract a different frequency.
show 'em.
That's why people run into the same type of people all the time. And that's a reprogram set. You got to reprogram yourself, change the frequency inside of you, meaning do something different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, go jogging once in the morning or something. Anything. If you never say, I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna read a book. I'm
Yeah.
gonna read one book a month.
Mhm.
Or something. Just change something. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And it'll change your outcome. It's man, it's simple math. You
It's
know what I'm
simple
saying?
math. When you change something, the outcome will be different.
Yes.
It's fair
Yes.
enough.
Yes.
But you don't expect to make change, but you expect to find positive change. You
Right.
still living in negative,
Same. Yeah. These
but you
still the
expect to find positive
same.
result.
All
It,
right.
bro. You will be programmed forever in a
Forever.
negative form if that's how you think all your life.
Right. Right.
I s- I try to program my brain in this other way, right?
Mm.
Like where um everybody who used to be around me will always complain on everything.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, life is hard, man. Like this bill is this, or uh, I can't get myself out of this situation. And I start to think like, wait, complaining ready solve my problem?
No, it
I
never
just make it
does.
matter worse on myself.
Right.
So I start to do away with every complaint.
Right.
I don't want to listen to your complaint.
Hmm.
Don't affect my positive attitude in the morning.
Right.
When I wake up in the morning, I see the beautiful sky, I see
Right.
the
Right.
birds flying,
Birds
the
running
sun
around.
shining. I
Yeah.
want to enjoy my life. Don't call me and dream me down with what's going on in your life.
Right.
Keep that stuff to yourself. If you can just change something to make yourself happy, somebody would say, "Oh, you just messed up my whole happiness." No, I didn't do nothing. You messed
Nothing.
up your own happiness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just change something and see the result.
Yeah.
If you used to being sad 34 years because you wake up every morning the same pattern, if you change one day, what effect would that bring to you? It won't be that bad.
Right.
So just try something
Just try
new
it.
and see the
That's why I
outcome.
always
It's
say,
just
just
one
try
day,
it.
try.
Just try it.
And if you like it the one day, you can continue on the second day, the third day, the fourth day, until you can get the result
Yeah.
you're looking for. But you don't want to change. As a negative minded person, you don't want to change, but you expect a positive result.
Right. Right.
That's crazy.
But that's the program. I'm telling you, this deprogramming and reprogramming is for everyone. And look, young, middle age, old, black, white, Korean, Chinese, Mexican, Latina, Latino, Puerto Rican,
It's all the
Haitian,
same. It's all the same.
everyone. Okay? Because they program everybody.
Hmm.
Now, it may be a different program for certain groups,
Hmm.
but the basic thing is the same. They want you to, you know, rely
Live a
on
certain
them
way. Yeah.
instead of relying on yourself to be
Yeah.
able to get yourself out of
Yeah.
certain situations,
Yeah.
or to change. Hey man, you need anxiety. Oh, we got this pill for you. Take this pill.
That's what I don't
You know
understand,
what
bro.
I'm
It was
saying?
it
And then
was
that pill got side effects. So hey, we got a pill for those side effects. Take them pills.
bro,
You know.
I give you one example. I give you one example. So I had a situation on my knee one time.
Hmm.
So like instead of me going to walk it out, work out, and get the stuff taken care of, I know I want to be lazy, man. I want to see the doctor or whatever.
Uh huh.
Oh, he was fast. He said, "Oh yeah, we can give you a pill for that stuff." And I got one friend who she and the doctor they don't see eye to eye because she always doing research on the medication they gave her.
Yeah,
So I called her. I said, "Hey man, they gave me this pill." She said, "Don't take it.
don't take it.
Go and do the research on it." So when I did the research on it, I didn't look for what they're gonna cure. I look for what they're gonna cause
Yeah,
more.
the
You know.
side effects.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it started coming down. Heart failure,
Uh,
uh, swollen legs,
oh man.
uh, high blood pressure, diarrhea. I said, then what are they gonna
Why
cue?
would I take
You know,
this?
I said, what are they gonna cue? You know, so now this is where we come into like the medical field also. It's a
Yeah, it's a
program as it
program.
really. They
Straight
will
up.
give you a medication in your mind, program that this medication is
It's
gonna
gonna
help you,
help me.
but they're gonna destroy you
It's
more.
gonna
You
destroy.
know,
Not only it's done. Well, it's gonna cause you to need more
the
medication.
that's the destroying
Hey
part of it.
man,
You know, that's the
they the best
destruction.
drug dealers, dog. It ain't a cartel or a guy on a corner that's a better drug dealer than
They're
these
the doctor.
them pharmaceuticals, man. They the old they real, dog. You know what I'm saying?
They will give you one pill today. They expect you to
Boy.
come back tomorrow for another one to fight that one they gave you. And the new one, they will give you two more to fight.
Right, dog.
Before you made up your mind, your whole medicine cabinet is so fucking full, bro. Medication on it
But that's
to
the
understand
program.
that they're
And
playing with your
see, that's
brain,
something
you
too,
know.
because I always trip off like, Dr. Sabi, this man beat the United States government in court. They said he couldn't prove that he can cure, diabetes and cancer and all these other things. And he proved he had witnesses came in there and proved it. You would think he'd be the most famous man in history, but no,
No.
they try to bury it. They try to bury the, you know, his philosophies and his techniques and how to cure these things. They don't want that to get out to the public because if people can cure themselves, which the body can heal itself. You know what I'm saying? If you just stop taking in they crap, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, with all these big long ass words and their
Yep.
ingredients, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? You stop taking that stuff and just let your body heal itself. You know what I'm saying? And it will.
It
It's
will.
guaranteed. It'll do it. But anyway, they want you to rely on them. That's the whole program. That's the whole
You know,
program.
like the news.
Yeah.
Like the news
The
on TV, you know.
they get you depressed. You know what I'm saying? Now you need, the pill for depression. They got you. They got you for that.
Yeah.
But really,
I give you one example real quick. I give you
uh,
some example.
yeah.
So I used to like watching the tube, but I used to like watching court case on the tube.
Oh
Like
yeah. I
so
watch Judge Judy to this day. I ain't
I
gonna lie.
spend my whole time watching one guy on the tube on YouTube concerning, he's a judge and he helping people and he's solving cases. And I spent years watching that thing, enjoying it,
Yeah.
liking it. Oh, it's real. They really got some crazy people.
Yeah.
I pretty much fighting with myself, talking to myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I get some friends over, instead of watching sport and other things, I would put that program on,
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to indoctrinate them to watch the thing. But I started realizing I would see this person in court. Like example, I would see you in court
Uh-huh.
as a medical doctor
Uh-huh.
and a patient suing you because you had wrong surgery on them.
Right.
I would see that. Then in another episode, I would see you in court again as a mechanic. So I'd be like, wait, no,
Hold
no,
on,
no.
wait a minute.
Something not
Wasn't
working here.
that person too?
This was the same guy I saw
Yeah,
in
the same
another
guy.
episode who was a medical doctor, how he mechanic. Then I would see you again as a construction guy. You
Oh
know.
man.
So to hell with this stuff. Let me go look at it really good and see. So I called one of my homies. I said, "Hey man, look at the TV show for me." So he coming back. He said, "No, this is not a real thing,
It's
Brennan.
not real.
This is just a TV a
It's
paid program.
it's a program.
It's a paid program they got on TV. So it's not real. That's why you see a lot of people playing different roles of the
Right.
same person.
Right.
And since that day, I just turned against the show.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, for years, I thought it was real.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was real.
And that's the power
Yeah.
of showing you an image
Mhm.
to your subconscious, to your mind.
Mhm.
Like your mind don't know If it's fake or real, it's just gonna think it's real because you
Yeah,
seeing it.
because that's how you approach it.
Yeah.
You make it feel it's too real. So you put it in your mind digest it and send it all through your body. Yeah, it's real.
Right. Right.
Now I sit in by the TV every day watching that program, bro.
Yeah.
Every time of the day I get free time, I watch the program.
Yeah.
Only to get to know that the thing is fake.
It's fake. It's
Now
fake.
I had to deprogram
Hey,
my mind.
now I'm gonna tell you what's so cold. What you say about fake? Now we in the age of AI.
Oh,
So now everything is down there fake. I guarantee you, man. I'm thinking like at least 70 to 80% of stuff on that you see is fake. You know what I'm saying?
I met this guy who made a video of me asking another female for the phone number. But I walk in the store, grab my stuff, and I left.
Oh,
I never talked to nobody.
nobody, but
But
he
when he showed
made
me the
it.
video, I was asking somebody for the phone number, and the person even
What?
kissed me on my cheek.
Get
And
out.
I don't even know the person from nowhere.
And it
I
looked
never
real.
talked. It looked real, bro. so,
See?
so I was telling him, I said, you should be put to jail, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he said that's just how the war is right now. So
Yeah.
just be
You have
careful
to be
what to do,
careful.
who
So,
you hang out with,
yeah, so the
whatever.
program is
You
getting, in other words, is getting more crucial. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
advancing every day.
You really have to guard your what you seeing, what you take in. I remember this. I remember this. It was this video about this experiment about two glasses of water,
Hmm.
and the guy, he had this glass of water. He played cussed at it. Man, you ain't nothing, you piece of shit. Water, you ain't nothing. Blah blah. Cuss at it and all that other
Cussing
kind of
out of
stuff.
water.
Cuss at the water. Plus, what I'm saying, he play all this distorted, jacked up ass music and stuff, and he froze it. Then he got the next couple glass of water, and he's, man, I love you, water. You so nice and beautiful. You just the best thing ever. Talking in a nice, easy tone. You're a beautiful glass of water. You're so nice. Playing nice little music and the classical music, violins and stuff. And he froze it. Now, the first glass of water that he froze, that he's cussing at,
Hmm.
it didn't freeze clear. It was all distorted. The second glass that he froze, that he talked nice to and everything, it was almost all clear. It was way clearer. You know what I'm saying? And people, you got to remember that, like, we are human beings. We made up of what, 70%, 73 or 74% water or whatever. So whenever, that's why I say you have to be careful how you speak to people too. Like, you yelling at your kids, or
Yeah,
we get frustrated sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Or
sure,
you
sure.
yelling at your partner, significant other, or what I'm saying. That's that vibration you putting in them. And it's the same thing if you running around listening to this crazy ass, distorted ass music, this murder music or whatever. What I'm saying? Or you listen to music about, so and so broke up with me, or I got five hoes or five man hoes or whatever the chicks, all the shit we going on. It's distorting you, man. You know what
You
I'm
got
saying?
five hoes,
Yeah,
five
man.
man.
Yeah, it's off the chain now, man. But you taking all this stuff in, and it's becoming part of you. You wonder why your life is chaos, is because we take these things in. We wanna, we wanna, we wanna take in the message of clarity. You want to be clear. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people, holler and scream, they're out of frustration. A lot of times people treat each other bad, you know what I'm saying? The, you can't reciprocate
No.
bad behavior. You meet somebody with a funky attitude and they just, don't you, back to them. No, that
No.
means you reciprocate. That means you just took on that badass funky attitude.
Yeah,
If you don't like people with funky attitudes, why would you become one?
that's the
You
thing.
see,
That's
you
the
can't
thing.
reciprocate it. No, you know what? Maybe you're having a bad day. I'm just gonna keep on moving. My day is good.
Hmm.
I'm watching birds
Hmm.
chasing each other and all kind of stuff, man. Squirrels humping each other or whatever in trees.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sun shining, the clouds moving across the sky. My day is good, dog. I ain't tripping off that. I'm gonna let you go ahead and just keep moving. See, people got to know. Don't reciprocate it. If you reciprocate that bad or jacked up behavior, you just became that which you do not like.
Yeah, and I think it's also related to people who respond so fast to situation.
Mm.
Like you 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 might come across me and I'm letting it go. I put in no attitude. I mean I'm hurt. I just expressing it any
Right.
way I can. So instead of you taking few minutes to digest what I'm saying, or it could be stupid shit.
Hmm.
Instead of just looking at me like, I think this guy is crazy or something, you start to buy into that because you're a fast talker. You don't want it to leave on you. So you
Right.
want to attack the situation right away. Like, you can say that, you can do this. Now it's both of us acting crazy,
Exactly.
and before you catch yourself, sometimes it's too late.
It's too late.
So I was trained to normally use the 7 second rules,
Yes.
like even text messages.
Yeah.
When you come on my phone, sometimes be like, what should I do? No, I'm gonna text them back to tell them how I feel to. You know, I will
Just
get
wait a
I will
while.
get back to it.
Wait a
I will
while.
get back to
And
it.
that's a good lesson. That's
Yeah.
a lesson in controlling your emotions.
Yeah, I was on the phone with this girl and she was like expressing herself, like, and I knew she was wrong. I
Hmm.
dead wrong. I could bounce back and tell her, no, you did. But I created the platform for her to express herself.
Yeah.
She expressed herself deep down. And when she got through, then I started to show her the pinpoint, like, hey, this is not how it works.
Right.
This is not this.
Right.
This is this. And then she was speechless. She didn't say anything. What she was expecting from me is that meet her in that fight,
Right.
and just explode.
Yeah.
And it was not hard for me to do. I could meet her
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah.
I could meet
It's
her there.
easy to do, man.
And
It's easy to
I
do.
was I was hurt because I had to wait for her to express herself. I
Yeah.
was hurt. I couldn't hold it, like my mouth was shaking a little bit to say something.
Yeah.
But I just had it down. I said, let me try it this way and see how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when she realized that there was no response from the other side of the phone, she had to stop. She
Right.
couldn't just talk all day.
Because you didn't feed the fire.
Great. So she
Yeah.
stopped before I tried to let her understand,
Yeah.
and she understood it. So sometimes it just good not to rush into things, not to rush to respond to things,
Right.
or else you will buy the negative attitude of a person.
Yeah.
Just last night I was on the phone with some customer. I'm not gonna talk about them,
Right.
like,
Right. Right.
and they were complaining because the driver says he's still late and whatever, whatever. So I told them, I said, okay, I can help you guys, but the more we be on the phone, well, the more it would delay. I can't
Exactly.
help you on the phone. I have to get off the phone to go
And go
out there and
exactly.
help you guys. But the woman to answer all, yeah, but we got to do this. Can you do, ma'am, sir? If you guys just give me
Just
the chance,
right.
we can figure this together.
Right.
You know, So I went and helped them, and the driver left. I mean, before the driver left, they called me back on the phone. No, you had to do this. You had to do this. So I almost flipped on them, but I had to use the 7 second rules. Like,
Right.
be
Right.
kind, be kind, vision, be kind.
Yeah.
So I was kind. And I listened to them. I said, "Man, I understand your frustration, but in order to help you, you will have to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
I can't help you if you're not doing those things."
Yeah.
Hey, but I don't, it will cost me money and time to go do this stuff and do this stuff. I said, ma'am, the reason your driver came back, I have took care of that already.
Right.
If you want any extra thing to be done, you will have to do X, Y, and Z.
Z. Yeah.
So they said, okay, but if we do X, Y, and Z, will you help us? I said, sure, I will.
Yeah.
And then the driver left. 30 minutes, I didn't receive no phone call. 45 minutes, I didn't receive no phone call. So I said, okay, oh, it's taken care of. I called them back.
Hmm.
And they answered the phone. I said, "So what's going on? I didn't hear back from you." The I will call you back in a few minutes. And they called me back in a few minutes. We just want to apologize. You were
There
actually
you
saying
go.
the truth to us, but we couldn't listen. I said,
There you go.
I couldn't buy into the
No,
nonsense.
you can't.
I
You
can't
can't
feel the fire.
reciprocate.
No,
Don't reciprocate
no.
that.
I had somebody had to take up the role of responsibleness or responsibility.
Hmm.
I can see somebody being irresponsible on the phone, and I just jump into that. If you
You
not
know,
if you irresponsible, I will be responsible.
and it's a lot of people that's in prison or 6 feet deep
Hmm.
because they weren't able to do that.
Yeah.
You know, you think okay, you thinking in a workplace environment. Well, think in the street environment. You know what I'm saying? Where you know guys may have these differences. Instead of one guy being like, you know what, all right, whatever. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping like that. They both just like if somebody ends up in prison or
Hmm.
dead,
Hmm.
and whole life has changed, man,
Hmm.
because they're not able to just bag up, don't reciprocate what you don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Well, that's what people get in trouble. You reciprocate what you don't like in another person, you become just like them.
Just like them. I saw this her name Judge Lane Taub, something like that. She's a black judge, I think, in California. And she was in a town hall meeting and people were asking her question and she was answering. And she said she had put 900, if I might be correct, 900 brothers in jail.
Oh,
And all those 900 she put in jail, it's not because they started something.
right.
It's because they participated in something because they couldn't hold their emotion.
Mm.
You know,
Couldn't
she said
control
when
their
she
emotion.
heard the case, if that brother was just going to just keep quiet or
Yeah.
use the 7 seconds,
Yeah.
he wasn't going to be in that situation. But because people would say, I'm not this kind of person. You know, if you come to me that way, I will give you who am I. So it
Yeah.
always end up in problem.
Mm.
You always end up being wrong,
Right.
from you not digesting the situation, for you not being uh, a good listener. That's how I would place it.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen sometimes.
Yeah.
You will have a lot of input to make, but just listen.
Yeah.
You don't even have to say nothing to be right. Just listen. But I think it's always based on I'm right. I'm right. I'm
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
Instead
would he
of
tell
people.
me this? I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you another example. I was coming from Oklahoma. I was blowing, bro, speeding at 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was speeding coming from Oklahoma, man, on the back road.
Yeah.
When I crossed state line over in Kansas, no, bro, no doubt, man. I just saw the light behind me, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know where the guy came from, bro.
He's sitting in the
you know?
cut.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I
he
just
was
saw the
waiting on you, man. He
and
got me one.
bro, I don't care who you are. If the police put the light on behind you, that shit can almost break you down, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I just,
Like,
oh
oh,
god
here
damn.
we go.
I'm not thinking on being arrested. I'm thinking on my insurance coming to go up because this guy coming to get me a ticket. So, anyway, he put up young kid. We asked me. I mean, he told me, "Hey man, I caught you speeding 60 miles in a 45-mile zone and all this stuff." I said, "Officer, you sure?" Because I got my cruise control on and it's set on 55. He said, "Yeah, you just crossed state line." And
And
then the
it
speed
dropped.
limit decreased.
Yeah,
God
that's that.
damn.
Yeah, they
I
do
said,
that.
man, I apologize. I already didn't know that it's dark and other stuff. He said, yeah, no problem. Then he gave me, I mean, he requested for my license, my insurance,
Insurance stuff.
and registration. The crazy thing is that the car wasn't for me at the
Oh.
time. Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't my car. My car was in the shop.
Uh huh.
So I told him, I said, officer, I don't know where the uh the insurance at, but I got the registration. If you can give me the second to call the car owner, they will send me the copy of the insurance. He said, yeah, do that. So I called and they sent me the copy. When he was going back to his car, I said, hey man, officer, let me talk to you. I said, right now I got a little bit of financial issue going on.
Mm-hmm.
So any ticket you gave me, that would just mess me up more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I understand. Hold tight. you know, you know. And he went to his car. He called backup when the other
He
guy
called
pulled.
back up.
Yeah, when the other guy pulled up,
Like, I got you, dog.
you
Okay,
know,
you problems, huh?
I
Okay,
knew I said,
you about to
okay,
have some problems.
because they said when you speed 15 miles over the speed limit,
It's
it's
like
like
reckless driving
arrestable
or
fine.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, oh Lord, I'm about to go to jail early morning. But he came to talk to me and said, okay, you said you got some financial situation going on. We understand that. We take that into consideration. But the state you're coming from, Oklahoma, is a high uh weed state,
Uh
something like
huh.
that. They do weed trafficking. At the time, it wasn't legal.
Mm-hmm.
So, will you be cool if we search the car? I said 100% sure, but promise me you won't drop anything in this car, right?
Yeah.
Because this car is clean.
Yeah.
It's clean. Just promise me you won't drop anything. He said, "No, man, I'm gonna do that stuff. I got body cam rolling and other stuff." I said, "Sure."
Okay.
So you open the door, look to the driver's side, passenger backseat, and other stuff. And the other officer and I was talking when he got you. He said, "Man, you're free to go. Just slow it down for me a little bit." So what I learned from that situation, right, was I could be rude, I
Yeah.
could be arrogant,
Right.
I could be like, "Man, to hell with you. Why you pull me over? I got my rights. I was not speeding. I could do whatever I choose to do."
Right. And guess what? They
My
gonna reciprocate
Yeah.
that
Oh,
attitude
so fast,
straight
bro.
up. Oh,
So
you want to
fast.
be because they can be an asshole
Oh,
just like that.
they can.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
could find myself in jail, or I could find myself with a high amount of ticket money, and I'd be stuck with that. I could find myself in all kind of situations.
Yeah.
Only if I was going to be arrogant,
Right.
but
Right.
I
Right.
choose to be the quiet one.
Yeah.
And then that flow to the cop from me to him, positive attitude from me. It went to him, it went to his buddy, and we all
No
worked things out
problem.
and we left. And I have been pulled over 4 times by police, and other than just let me go on warning.
Yeah.
It was not because I was right. I was wrong all the time to pull me over. I was
Yeah.
speeding.
Oh yeah.
But
I've
it's
been
the
put
way
on
I
like
interacted with them,
yeah all the
like
time. And that's that. That's the people don't understand that your energy. You when you walking around, you know what I'm saying. You got an energy field with
mhm.
you, and it it taps into other people that's around you. Have you ever just been somewhere and like, man, I got a bad feeling about
Yeah.
that?
Oh, sure.
It's
Sure.
because the energy is bad.
Hmm.
You ain't even they ain't gotta say nothing. You ain't it's just the feeling you get. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So everybody has this. And if your energy is good, man, 9 times out of 10, you just it's gonna affect the people around you. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to. So, in order for us to be positive, we have to deprogram.
Deprogram.
Deprogram
Yes.
before we can reprogram.
Hey.
And in order to do that deprogramming, we had to change the way we think. We had to change the way we do things.
Yes.
If we always, example, if we always leave in our house like 6:45, I mean 5:45, but we got to start work at 6 o'clock. It's a 20-minute drive to go to work. It's not possible to get to work in time. So why don't you just change the time of you leaving your house?
Change that variable.
You know,
Change, make that little change.
great. Why don't you just use the 7-minute rules? Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I won't respond to you right
That's the
now. I will
deep.
come
That's
back.
the deep. That's the
You know,
reprogramming.
I
You
will
just
come
make
back.
those little changes,
You
man.
know,
And
you know.
everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. You was talking earlier about, how, they really want to get at the young people, but it's for older people too.
Oh, it's for all generation.
Because like I say, like younger people is like speedboats.
Hmm.
Their energy is so just zoom, 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 and they could turn around if they want to course correct, they could just turn real fast.
Hmm.
Older people, hey, we like big old cargo ships, man. You know what I'm saying? We could turn around, but it's gonna take a big turn. You know what I'm saying? To turn that joker around,
You
but
would
you
still
can
turn.
turn
Oh,
around.
you would still turn.
It's just gonna take more.
You
You
would
know what
still
I'm
turn.
saying? So it applies to everybody, man. That program, you know, reprogram yourself to just think different. Just change the variable. That's what we're trying to get at people to do, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
in order to do that, you had to change a lot of things in your life. Change the music you listen to, change the way you address issue,
Yeah,
change the way you handle situation when it comes around.
exactly.
Change the places you go. Maybe
Yeah.
you always go into the bar, and when you go to the bar, it's easy for you to get drunk at the bar and start misbehaving. Change that.
Right. I got one for people. This is one I guarantee you. If you do this one thing, it is gonna change. This is a good reprogram. When you wake up, don't touch your cell phone.
I learned that just recently. Just recently, I learned that.
I wake up, I don't touch myself.
I
As a
think
matter
like
of fact, my
2 weeks,
cell phone
3 weeks now.
charges in a different room than I even sleep in. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I wake up, I read, maybe work out or something, get a little meditation if I got the time,
Hmm.
but I don't touch that. That was a change I did for me.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's something it'll help you along your way. You know what I'm saying? Because naturally, like I said, our bodies got everything we need to succeed in life. You got it.
Yep.
Everybody. You got it. You can do it. You got it.
Just
You just
activate
gotta
it.
deprogram the BS and reprogram it with some
Yeah,
good
you right. You right. Like what you just said about that morning thing in your phone. I just started doing it in I think like the last 3 weeks.
hmm
And how I got to know that I was on Facebook or something, and this guy was telling his friend like, um, "You go to church?" He said, "Yeah, yeah, Christian. He said, yeah, you pray, yeah." But the question is that who's first in your life? Is it God first, or your cell phone first, or your mama, your daddy, your kids first? And he be like, "What you talking about, man? My wife, my kids, and other stuff." He said, "Oh, right." He said, "Listen, in order to understand the universe, somebody have to lead."
Yes.
That's why he started with him.
hmm
And he said, "And who I choose to lead was God first."
hmm
So before I wake up out of bed, I meditate and I thank God and I pray to God. Myself on the last.
hmm
He said, I used to go to bed on my phone. I'll be playing on my phone there. I sleep. Maybe my phone will fall from my hand, go to bed.
Right.
And soon as I wake up, my phone in my hands.
Right.
He said, I put that thing aside. Wake up in the morning. I thank God and I pray and I meditate on the day, how I'm going to go about this day and other
Right.
stuff. In the evening, when I get home, that's my first thing I do. I pray, thank God I'm home and meditate and deprocess myself from all the other stuff I came across in the world and other stuff. He said, my phone, my electronic device, if I don't need it, I don't touch it.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's a
So,
distraction.
and these things, bro, Kyle, it came a time, oh my bad, it came a time that I stuck with phone. Like
Mm.
every 9 out of 10, I on my phone,
Yeah.
just looking at stuff that sometimes I got no business looking at.
Yeah.
But this whole beautiful world here for me to go explore,
Beautiful, man.
for me to go explore.
Beautiful. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. When you take out the distraction and the interference, because you operating on a frequency, and some things are put into your life just to interfere with your frequency. It gives it a distortion. It's not clear. When you eliminate those things, this world, this life will show you different things that's in your life. You'll see the harmony in it, man.
Because there are a lot of things in this world that you can use to even deprogram your mind. Like
Yeah,
if you getting your program from the internet, from phones and whatever stuff, why don't you put the phone down and say, you know what, I will go ride my motorcycle,
yeah,
or I will go ride a bicycle, or I will go walk around, I would
yeah,
just go walk for an even walk. You understand? And you will start realizing that look at the beauty of the world.
right.
Look at things, look at people. See
Yeah,
how much new things you can learn than to
yes,
just get yourself clustered up on it on the phone and watch pay program activities every day.
yeah.
You know.
Because they programming you.
Oh, the programming.
They
Oh,
programming you.
and they did it for purpose. They didn't just do it because they wanted to play fun. They
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
destroy the entire world
That's
to
right.
believe everything they post. Like the news. The news will come out and tell you something. If you not sensible enough to go do your own research,
You'll believe
yo,
it.
you would believe that thing.
Yeah,
And
it's
you would live for it forever.
yeah.
But we would get into that another day. I
Yeah,
would leave that
another
whole
day.
side for something else.
Right on, man. And I
So
tell you what, this has been an awesome first episode. You know what I'm saying?
of the D Pro and Repro.
Depro and Repro. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's about time we should wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. So
But
just give a little intro beat as we
yeah, we're
wrap
gonna
this
we're
whole
gonna wrap
stuff
this
up
mug up.
today.
You know what I'm saying? And I just want to thank everybody for checking us out. You know what I'm saying? And we will see you next time. Depro, Repro. I'm Graybeard, the algorithm.
I'm Vision the Visionary.
And we're gonna see y'all next time. Holla at your boy.